Yo, what up? What up? Y'all hear that theme music? You see these beautiful faces. You know what time it is. This is the Let's Get Canceled podcast. I'm your boy, Big Tech Dog, your favorite friendly, lovable loudmouth.
And I'm your boy, Tommy with an H. I'm the voice of the people. I speak to y'all and your cousin.
What up, cousin?
Ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's get canceled.
Yo, listen, man. If y'all can't tell, it's a little different. We together, right?
It ain't a Saturday.
It ain't a Saturday. That's right. This is what happens when we get together. We go ahead and turn the camera on. Let's get busy, right? So we got a couple things we want to discuss tonight. First, we're going to go over our picks.
Yo.
We had our picks, college football, and we've got some winners and some losers.
Hey.
And we
It happens.
Y'all don't really care how he did. Y'all want to see how I did. I already know that. So we're gonna discuss that. Also, we had a little bit of news that popped up concerning, a couple of famous people around the whole situation.
Let's speak on that
just a little bit. But our main topic for tonight, our main topic is Black culture in general.
And bro, I've got some suggestions.
Oh boy,
I try to help y'all out. Like I say, I speak for you guys, so I know y'all gonna love this one.
So we're gonna talk about Black leaders, and we're gonna talk about an agenda for Black America.
Right.
That's what we're gonna do tonight.
It's time.
It's that time.
But before we do,
yes, sir.
We're gonna go ahead and have us a midweek drink.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you have one too. Salute.
Oh
yeah.
Tequila.
Yes, sir. You know how to know it's gonna be.
I had a green note on the back end.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. All right. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna turn it over to the in-house sports specialist over here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk to us a little bit, man. Like tell us how we did. Tell me, forget that. Forget us. Tell me how I did.
All right. So we picked 4 games. We picked the Iowa State, Arizona State Big 12 championship game.
Mm-hmm.
We picked the Georgia, Texas SEC championship game.
Mm-hmm.
We picked the Penn State, Oregon 10 championship game, and the Clemson SMU ACC championship game.
Okay.
Now for the Arizona State, Iowa State game, we both picked Arizona State.
Yes, we did.
I don't think you understood why you picked Arizona State.
I did.
You picked Arizona State.
I did pick Arizona.
And we both got that one correct.
You did that. It doesn't matter how I got to the answer, teacher. I got to that.
You didn't show your work. Right. You didn't show your work.
And this was my problem with school in the first place. Why I got to show work? Is it not more important that I got the right answer?
Do you understand how you got the right answer? Because we want you to understand.
Because I'll tell you how I got the right answer. The team I picked won. That's how I got the right answer.
See.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay.
Moving on. All right. The Georgia Texas game. The edutainer, big Georgia fan.
Right. That's why I picked.
That's why you picked Georgia on that end.
Edutainer. Shout out, bro.
Shout out to the edutainer.
Ride with you.
Got that one right. You got that one correct.
Bang.
Definitely got that one
correct. Y'all see me 2 for 2.
Yeah. So you got the Big 12 championship correct. You got the SEC championship correct. Penn State and Oregon.
Yes, sir.
You picked Oregon.
I did. Because I like the Ducks. I remember that.
Just because you like the Ducks.
Because I like the Ducks. Quack, quack, nigga.
They were the number 1 team in the nation.
Doesn't matter. I like
Penn State. I picked Penn State because I like the coach.
You did. So your pick was only slightly less arbitrary than mine.
It was 100% emotional. It had nothing to do with the logic of who should win.
Yep.
Because there was no reason that Penn State should have even been in that game. It should have been Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
So
who got that right?
Got that one correct.
So what have we learned from this situation?
Right now, I understood I would probably lose.
No,
I understood I could probably lose. I knew I was probably not going to get that one correct.
You must understand. You're not allowed to pick the way that I pick. I picked a certain way.
Every now and again, you got to go with your heart.
Right now, I'm 3 for 3.
Right now, you are
3 for 3. Let's go run number 4. Let's go.
Then Clemson and SMU.
I feel like I did not do well.
Did not get that one correct. Not at all.
I picked SMU.
You picked SMU.
Yeah.
I picked Clemson. And
I don't remember why I picked SMU, but now that I'm thinking about it, SMU sounds like a college that be advertising at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like little
ICDC. It's the ICDC college. Yeah, you picked that one wrong. I picked Clemson simply because I didn't want Miami in the.
I feel like a dude was really speaking about me like, hey, You just sitting there on the couch. You ain't doing that.
The Southern Methodists back in the day, they had been put on probation from something they did back in the day, and they're just now coming around. They just came to the SEC, and that's another reason I could not pick them because they just got to the ACC this season, and you cannot show up at our house and
you said that.
Run.
And I picked them specifically. I remember
because you wanted
because I wanted the underdog to come in and wreck
out.
out. You know why? And this has nothing to do with college football. I watched again the 30 for 30, Shaq and Penny.
Yeah.
And I remember like how we came in the league, and it was nostalgic for me. I remember how we came in the league, and within 5 years, we were in the finals.
In the finals.
And it was
probably the league. And then after that,
we don't want to talk about.
We're talking about in the 80s.
We're
back to the 80s.
That's not the 80s. That was the 90s, nigga. Anyway, we're moving on.
So we ended up tied off on that.
Yeah,
we both got one wrong. We both picked
3 out of 4 is not bad.
3 out of 4 is not bad. 75% is not bad at all. But for me, again, I knew there was a chance, but I was hopeful because I just wanted Penn State to win. I wanted that to happen. Now we have our 12-team playoff. We will be getting into that next week. We also are going to have a special guest next week.
Yes, sir.
Next week. So we're gonna have a show dedicated to.
I ain't gonna say exactly who the guest is gonna be or what it's gonna be about. However,
just know the Fang Exchange is gonna be in the building, and they're gonna be letting us know all things Fang Exchange. So we're gonna have a good time with that. But we're also gonna be looking into that 12-team playoff that's gonna start in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir.
And we'll get some more picks off, and we'll see who's gonna make it to the next round. So
absolutely.
It's gonna be a good time. It's a great time for sports right now. Yeah. We may touch on some NFL at some point. Doc.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, cuz your Cowboys, just go ahead and give up. Just go ahead and
you see what time it is.
I was just about to say, you saw how week 1 for Florida State went, and Doc's a State fan too.
Yeah.
He didn't believe in me when I said RIP to Florida State week 1. He gave me a little bit of pushback on that one.
He did.
Well,
you turned out to be right.
100%. I saw it. And now I'm seeing it with the Cowboys.
But it's not the same. Because this has been the Cowboys' MO for the last 10 years. Maybe.
20 years?
Yeah.
30?
No. Not consistently bottom of the. Yeah.
Them boys been coming back since Prime was out there. Prime is a coach at Colorado. Oh, and we got some Heisman finalists also.
Yes, sir.
Travis is in the Heisman.
Yes, of course.
There was a time where people were saying he doesn't deserve it. Ashton Genty's in there.
I have a question. Who in there can be unbiased and say that Travis does not belong in the conversation? I can understand saying that he doesn't deserve to win.
Right.
I can understand saying that someone else deserves to win more, but to be upset because he's not even in the conversation, like that he's in the conversation. Come on,
there's no way he should not be in the conversation.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
And I think the hate of Coach Prime kept Shedeur out, but there was no way to keep Travis.
You can keep you. I think that Shedeur should be in the conversation. However, I can see why he outside of Prime. I can see why you would take other people over.
But you've got quarterback from Oregon, Dylan Gabriel.
Yes, sir.
Travis Hunter out of Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton Genty out of Boise State. Cam Ward from Miami. Two quarterbacks.
The Heisman is,
it's a quarterback's
award. Yeah.
Right. It's normally a quarterback's award because they are in control of usually teams' wins and losses.
Right.
So I can understand that, but my pick on this one, and they'll have this on, I believe, Saturday.
Okay.
This Saturday, I think that's when the Heisman will be announced. I'm going to go with Travis.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Travis.
Are you saying that you're going to go with Travis, or you think he's going to be the one that wins? Those are two different things.
It is, and me personally, my personal stake in this says that they're going to hate on Coach Prime enough to keep Travis from winning the award. He should win the award. I believe Ashton Genty is going to win it.
Okay.
Because his team won their conference. They have a bye in the 12-team playoff.
Right.
So just the fact that he was able to catapult his team there, I think their only loss came to #1 Oregon. I think it was by 3 points. So I think he's about to break the all-time record for rushing, somewhere close. He's super close to it. Now, we have seen running backs do this before, but in this particular instance and the way that his team relies on him, I think they're going to get it.
Okay.
I do not see Cam Ward winning it. I do not see Dillon Gabriel winning it at all. They will be 3 and 4 respectively. It's going to be, in my opinion, Ashton Genty, Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, Dillon Gabriel.
Gotcha.
That's how I'm seeing it.
That's a very
specific order.
But you're not ever going to know whether you're right or not, because they're just going to tell you who came in second.
You'll be able to see.
You'll be able to tell.
You'll be able to see the votes.
I did not know that. Okay, cool. So, that does football. I'm happy that I got 3 out of the 4.
You got 3 out of 4.
It is what it is.
You did good. You did good.
So real quick, I do want to touch on something that's off of football.
Yeah.
Pause. You understand what that pause is for a minute. Jay-Z, who I watched so many people talk about this situation, and there are a billion pictures of Jay-Z with Diddy, like everywhere, like all the way back to from Jay-Z's large baseball button-up,
the jersey,
before all the way to the Basquiat hairstyles thing right there, like the whole 9. The dude is with Puffy everywhere. So there was a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit filed against Jay-Z that alleges, and we don't have all the pictures, we don't have all the stuff, but there was a civil lawsuit filed against Jay-Z alleging that he, along with Puffy, raped a underage girl.
And I think they said, was it 13?
I don't remember what the age was, but it was under 18. So
and I've seen so many things about it, and I don't know enough about the situation.
Right.
Like I said, I see things here and there. I saw there was but by Jay-Z. I'm gonna put that up here. You guys can read it. But there was a
Jay-Z came out swinging.
He did.
This is what makes me lean into maybe they're going too far with this one, and maybe it also makes me lean into maybe Jay-Z honestly doesn't have anything to do with any of this stuff. I'm not gonna go that far yet. Here's the reason I'm saying that though, because if he felt that way, it wouldn't have been a public post, and if he had anything in the car that he knew was going to come out, I don't see him making that public post. Because if she's lying, what about these other 30 chicks? He just opened himself up to 1,000,001 other lawsuits. So that's what makes me feel like, as stupid as it is, because any real attorney would have told you, shut up, go sit down. But as stupid as it is.
But the attorney allowed that to come out. The attorney said, we're going to allow you to put this out and let that be seen. And for me, I'm not putting none of these celebrities, I'm not putting anything past any of them.
I agree with you on that. I agree. I'm not going to say that he doesn't have the ability, or
because it's one of those, this seems like one of those, doth thou protest too much?
It doesn't feel that way.
It doesn't feel that way to you?
No, when I think of that saying, I think of somebody saying, "Oh, bruh, I saw you with that other thing." You know what? Like that type of thing. But this was one of those "Oh, you ain't getting ready to hang me out and try like the rest of these dudes. Bring it." Matter of fact, it's simple. Go criminal. Go ahead and file. Why are you not filing criminal charges? We're within the statute of limitations. Go ahead and do it. And that's what made me feel like, you know what? Maybe this dude is, I don't know. Maybe he's telling the truth. I don't know.
I'm gonna leave this one to the courts.
Yes, sir.
But as soon as anything drops, as soon as I do a little more research into this, we may have to talk about this next week.
Yeah.
This may be a quick hit next week also. Because I'm gonna do a little digging into this while I'm on my travels. got the funeral tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well,
shout out
to the homie EA. We on the way.
Love you, bro.
But while I'm on my travels back and forth, I'm gonna be listening into everything, and I'm gonna come to a conclusion, and I'm gonna stand by my. I don't care. Same thing I did. Same thing. Exact same thing I did with Sean Carter. You don't get a pass.
Let me ask you a question. Did you stand on? What you stand on with Diddy?
That nigga's a monster.
He ate the gum drop.
That nigga got the gum drop buttons.
I remember now.
Yes. Yeah. You remember. That nigga.
I don't say, I'm standing on what I said. I said, I don't believe he did everything that they say he did. Now, I believe he did something.
He did enough of it.
He did enough to be a monster.
He did enough to be where he is right now. And they need to leave him in there.
Ooh. I don't know if I agree with that. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
We got it next week. Let's get to our main.
Let's get to what we need to talk to these niggas.
Y'all. All right. We have questions for you.
Yes, sir.
We have questions for you. We're gonna give you some answers, but we have some questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get my preaching.
Oh, here we go.
My preaching cloth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you a question, sir.
Yes, sir.
The first thing I want to touch on, pause, is who is Black America's leader? That's our first question. We have a history of putting up Black men. Let's be real, Black men, and they're our quintessential leader at the moment. Who is that today?
Here's the thing, you people, and I'm talking to you niggas. You all like to find celebrities to follow.
I'm gonna give you the go ahead. You write down on your own calendar.
You all like to get behind these celebrities and follow them into whatever. So whatever they say is the only thing that's on your mind. Like Charlemagne the God has a lot of you guys' attention, and what he says, you jump on and you agree with. You remember when Diddy did the run the vote,
rock the vote,
whatever,
or vote or die,
vote or die. You guys ran behind Diddy for so long and made him into that leader. When wait. No. Hold on.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
When President Barack Obama decided to invite people to the White House that were going to lead and be the spokespersons for him. You remember it was just a bunch of entertainment. We never have our intellectuals go out on our behalf to be our spokespeople. We don't follow them. We follow the popular, just like y'all did when you were in high school, just like you did any other time. You always run behind the popular guy, and we're going to take their side. Right now, Beyonce, if she endorses something, the whole beehive jumps behind it. And it's not necessarily because it makes any sense for us, but it's simply because of our affinity. It's for our affinity it did with the Black. Now, the problem is
white.
You're still mad. You're still mad.
I didn't even mean to bring that up. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But it's our affinity for our celebrities that tend to take us in a direction. So for me, I would say, who are our Black leaders? For the majority, and I'm not going to even say, no, it's just, no. For the majority of you, it's a celebrity of some sort. And that should never be the case. If I don't know you for your public service first, I don't care about your opinion. Who was the comedian that was like, "Oh, we want to hear from Ja Rule, or we want to hear from..."
That was Dave Chappelle.
That was Dave. Why the hell do we care what Ja Rule has to say?
Gotta speak to Ja. Here's my problem with what you're saying. You're talking as if this is a new phenomenon. You've got to remember, even when you had the Martin Luther King was not popular by a long shot during his lifetime. He wasn't popular until they killed him. Anyway, I mean, he had a following.
Okay.
But,
I was just about to say,
yeah,
he was definitely popular.
He had a following, but there was a large section of Black America who looked at him as you screwing it up for us. You talking too much, you're doing too much. But do you think there would have been a march on Washington to that degree had it not been for the likes of a Dick Gregory, for the likes of a Mahalia Jackson, for the like these are the celebrities of their time that put the movement on their back. They had to lend their face and their voice and their talent to the movement in order for the movement to move. That does speak to what you're saying.
No, I get it, but here's the thing. There was a movement for them to attach themselves to you.
No.
No. Martin, as unpopular as he was, gathered these people to follow him. Now the celebrities are the ones in the forefront. They're not following anyone. We're following them. So they attach themselves.
But it's the same thing. It's always the same. We just don't have a Martin. Nobody was following Martin. They were following Harry Belafonte. They were following.
No. They weren't following Harry Belafonte. Not because Harry Belafonte wasn't at the forefront of the movement.
Right. But
so they were all following Martin because of Harry, possibly, because of Mahalia, possibly. But Martin was at the front of the movement. Medgar Evers and those were at the front they were the faces of the movement.
Right.
Right now, the faces of our movements are all celebrities.
I hear what you're saying. And I agree with that.
Like, I understand getting a celebrity to endorse and make something bigger. But they cannot be the catalyst for it all. Because
they always have been. That's I say that they always have been. The reason this is what I'm saying. You're right. We don't have a Martin or a Medgar right now. In my opinion.
Or Malcolm. What's going on, Malcolm? Who was even on not the non-violent side of it. Let's just go on the minister side of it. The Minister Farrakhan. He's not a celebrity. There's no celebrity endorsing him. That guy.
There's no celebrity endorsing Mr. Farrakhan. Every Negro who gets a camera pointed in his face, you got all the Stop the Violence movements with all the 50 cents and the games and
when he steps in and says, "Y'all got to stop the bullshit."
Yeah. But they all go. This is what I'm saying. You've got
them. They don't.
Right.
He says, "Let me lead you guys."
Right.
So again, it's not the fact that we're going to 50 Cent and Ja Rule and we're going to see what they're doing. No, we got somebody who's standing up in front of them saying, "Y'all got to cut the bullshit out."
But you got to remember,
that's what we're missing.
Right. You're right and wrong. And the reason I'm saying you're right and wrong, you're right that we don't have one of those leaders right now. But what you've also got to understand is that the people have always followed the celebrity before they followed the leader. The only way they got to the leader was through their affinity for a celebrity. I'll give you an example. And let's take it to us.
Mm-hmm.
We are a part of a certain church denomination.
Right.
Not because of the denomination that we learned about.
Right.
We did it because of the people we were following, as in our fathers, our parents, and our family. We followed them into something and then learned about that thing, and then we decided we'll stay around that thing.
Right.
That's what I mean by the celebrities. These people were following the celebrity. They didn't hear, you know what, Martin said something, I'm going to go follow that movement. No, they go, I like Dick Gregory. I'm going to go follow what Dick Gregory's following and then learn about the movement. And then it's like, okay, I like this movement too.
Okay, and here's the thing for today.
We ain't got no Martin.
Where are they leading us to? Who are they leading us to?
I don't know. Nobody.
That's the problem. Because when you speak of us following our parents and grandparents and our family into something, they brought us to something.
Right.
Now we're following these celebrities to these celebrities. They are the end all be all.
But they're
what are they taking us to?
I don't see a problem.
Why are they they are the mouthpiece? Like, but back in the they don't have the expertise. They don't dig in to any of these subjects. They don't dig into anything.
Well, you mentioned Puff in the voter document.
Right.
What was wrong with
it? The messenger.
The messenger was
the messenger.
So the fact that
Because okay, it's just vote. Vote for what? Vote
Vote
for
or
who?
die. No, no, no. And see, this is where you and I will start to find common ground. I'll tell you why.
Mhm.
I do not ascribe to the thought process of as long as you vote, everything goes. No, I need you to be smart and I need you to vote right.
Right.
If you go, I don't care. Everybody should exercise their right. I wish those people wouldn't, because
Exactly.
there's some dumb people out there,
Exactly.
and we've learned that from the last 3
But
elections.
that's what y'all continue to tell everyone is just vote. I don't care who you vote for,
And I
just
don't
go out
believe
there
it.
and
You're
vote.
right.
That is the like why? Why would you send folks out there who have no idea what they're looking for or voting for and just go out here and just vote for something? So now up and down your ballot, you got a whole bunch of folks putting putting check marks by folks. They have no idea what their agenda is, what their plans are for them and your future, but just go vote. And that's the problem that I have with what Diddy was saying, because there has to be a plan, especially when it's black folks leading. If we're going to lead you, we need to lead you to a place. And I cannot just lead you to a poll without telling you what is happening on there. And for me to tell you, hey, go out here and do this, but not give you any additional direction, that's the problem. You don't give any additional direction. You simply tell me, go out here and do this. And I think Andre 3000 said, uh, I have to go look that quote up, and I'm going to put it up here also because there is a lyric that Andre Three Stacks said that is applicable to this particular situation.
Let me ask you a question. Since we don't, it's obvious we don't have a true black leader right now, and we have this.
But there are leaders, and
Hold
that's
on,
the
wait,
problem.
wait,
People are
wait,
following.
wait, wait. I'm not. I'm saying we don't have a good black leader right now,
Credible,
according to you.
not
Credible,
credible, not credible.
right. So, do we need one?
Yes,
We need.
we
Tell me
need
why.
because as a people, again, we are not going to always agree on everything, but there needs to be a consensus at some point where the majority of us will go and lock in together
Mhm.
and go for one common purpose, one common goal. And what we have right now is just a bunch of different folks telling you something and you're following, but you don't know why. We need a purpose. What we don't have as a community is a purpose.
So, does it require us to have a person or an entity? Because let's be real, there in general, there's been a conglomerate of people. There might have been a face of a movement,
Mhm,
but it's usually been a conglomerate of leaders or
mhm,
something. So whether it was Rainbow Push or NAACP or National Action Network or SCLC,
mhm,
um, it's been something, the Nation of Islam or
mhm.
Black Panthers.
Right.
There's been a conglomerate of people. There might have been a face at the front of those that kind of led us, and we all kind of got behind
And the right, right. There's always been that. And the reason that you need that entity or that person or whatever it is because we need to have a clear path to something.
But have we not gotten to a point now where you've got a bunch of people saying, "Well, you don't. I don't need anybody to tell me what."
That
And is that a problem or is that a positive?
that's a problem.
Okay.
That's a problem for the black community because again, you can't focus on getting anything accomplished when everybody's trying to get everything accomplished. You don't have an agenda. So what those entities or those people were guiding us towards was something. The civil rights movement, we were attempting to get a specific set of things done.
Right.
Right now, you're trying to get, oh, it needs to be this, it needs to be this, it needs to be this. So every group is fighting one another because this is what the priority needs to be. If you have that specific leader, if you have that specific group, then we're going to fight to get something done. We're going to do something perfectly as opposed to doing a lot of stuff good.
And you know what? I'll rock with you. Here's what this is. Do we need a black leader? I hesitate to say yes, only because I don't know what it would take to solidify the black community around one common entity.
That's the thing. We don't have to come to. one common
We do.
entity.
Yeah,
No, no, no,
absolutely.
no, 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 no. Hear me out. Hear me out. What we need is if every state got their own thing, and then we all come together and like, let's make something a priority that we will all fight for. This is going to be our list of priorities that we're going to go after. And we're going to go after this one first and get that one done perfectly. And then we'll
Okay.
go after this. So that's why you need somebody in leadership.
So you're going over into our next segment, but let me ask you this.
Kind of, but my thing is still, we still need someone who's going to be the lead. Because again, if you have all of these different folks and nobody's in control and nobody's in charge, then nothing's going to get done because everyone's going to think that it's mine is the most important. So yeah, so if we can get a singular, I'm not even going to say a singular person, but a singular organization to say this, and the NAACP has fallen into nothingness in every city that they're in. They are still a voice, they are still there, but they are not as important as they should be in any community. So we need to find something that's going to be bigger.
Wait a minute.
They're failing us. They're failing.
They're not failing us. Are they failing us, or do we fail them?
That's where I was going.
And so you just said, but by that metric,
we have failed them.
By that metric, you just said since we failed them, we need to throw them away and find something else.
Yes, because there's a reason that abandoned them.
Why?
Because they have not been effective in a while.
Like, in what way have they not been effective? Because if you think about it.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I know more about Ben Crump than I do about the NAACP.
And where did Ben Crump come out of?
I know him from Tallahassee.
Out of what organization?
He's a rapper.
Out of what organization?
And he went to Florida State.
Out of what organization?
Florida State School of Law.
Who was he an attorney for?
Florida State School of Law.
You are out of your mind. You just won't say it. Listen. Well, then let's switch it up then. Tell me, since you say we need a black leader, tell me what should we expect? What do we expect from a black leader? And by when I say a black leader, that's including the organization, right. Whatever.
A clear message of what we need to do and in what order. We need priorities. The definition of priority is what's most important. Right. So we need to find out what's going to be most important to us, and we need someone to tell us what we're going to prioritize and at what moment, because everybody is going to feel like their cause is the most important. And somebody's got to put it in order. If not, we're going to continue to be all over the place.
But you're saying that like as if that does not need to be contributed to by everyone.
No, somebody's got to be in charge.
But how do you can't make people do anything. And here's the thing. Malcolm Martin time, you had overt things that were all black people. Don't care what you thought you could do, how upwardly mobile you were in danger of losing your life if you were in the wrong space or if you went somewhere thinking that you had. Nowadays, you have upwardly mobile niggas who feel like I'm as good as these white folks, and if these white folks just let me have mine over here, get the rest of you niggas.
Exactly. And what needs to happen is, as a collective, we need to start weeding out those niggas who are not for us.
But you're taking that now. If you're taking that, and you and I look at certain things differently.
We'll leave them niggas. We'll leave these niggas.
But you're talking about up here. I'm talking about in real life, down on the ground. You can't get two niggas from the same house to agree to do this and then this, because one of them believes that my idea should go first and you believe your idea should go first. That's what we're facing. That's where the NAACP fell off. That's where all these other and I would be remiss if I didn't say this. And some of our leaders became celebrities. And that became more important. It became more important to be on TV than to be in the streets. That's a problem.
Because there were some leaders that I personally had an affinity for.
Such as?
The nigga from the Not Fucking Around. That was my guy. They took him up out of here quickly.
Where's
Quickly.
he at?
Jail.
No.
They locked his ass
For what?
TFO for having a weapon. And they say he
What's his whole
They
MO?
say he pointed it at some officials. I think he was in Kentucky. I'm not quite sure or exactly sure.
You
but
believe it?
I think he was in Kentucky. It wasn't in a threatening manner.
Do you believe it?
That he did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it.
Cool.
It's on camera, but it wasn't in a threatening manner. It was like in a roundabout way. You got my weapon, and they felt it.
How do you point a gun at somebody in a non-threatening?
I'm moving
You
it from
can't?
I'm moving it from here to here to put it away, and it pointed at you guys, and you guys felt threatened. That's it. It was nothing.
You gotta show me this video.
Yeah, I gotta let you see that.
Because
So I'm gonna see if I can find it for you guys too. I'm gonna see if I can find it for y'all. If I can
Yeah,
find it
please
for
do.
you, I'm gonna let y'all see what got the man locked up, and I think he's gonna be away for a while. But the NFAC they were doing the work. They were on the ground. They were on the ground,
not in any large.
large enough to make them folks lock up the guy who was in charge.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. And I know they got a new Black Panther Party that was going around during election season and trying to make sure that nobody was intimidated.
Right.
But they ended up in trouble because they said they were the ones that were intimidated. So there was some pushback on all of this, but
and
that
I'm
guy,
sorry, Black Lives Matter let me down.
Okay, so here's another thing that I've noticed is, and I'm not sure if I'm mad at it, but a lot of our Black leaders now, when I looked at a list, because I was trying to find some women, there's a list of faces, there's a list of Black women who have been at the forefront of what's going on in the Black community, trying to make waves. But it seems like there was a conscious effort to push Black men to the side.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that if this is going to work, if it's going to be a sustainable, you have to find a way to include the Black man in there. Not saying to the exclusion of anyone else, but there has to be a conscious effort to include the Black men in what's going on here. And I understand we have a lot of ways and a lot of thoughts about certain things with the LGBTQIA plus. I got them all. Booyah!
I have no idea if he got them all, y'all. I think he did. It sounds right, but if he didn't, please remove that high five. Just taking in love. I'm so sorry. I think he got it right. I'm not sure.
I've been trying, dude. It's been like a year and a half since we started this, and I've been like,
you're right.
I'm gonna do better.
That was the first time you actually, on your own, unprompted. We hadn't talked about it earlier in the episode.
Yeah.
You hit it on the night.
I went for it. I went for it, and I hope I got it right. But I know we have some.
God, I hope we got it right. What's that? We all.
I'm sorry, sidebar. Hey.
We all happy about it. Somebody go hit us up and be like, you forgot the L or the S's. Like, huh?
Right, my bad. But if I did, hey, charge it to my head, not my heart. But I know as Black, especially Black men, we have a lot of strong conviction about certain things.
Yep.
And you cannot push us to the side because there needs to be a way that we all come together and try to figure the thing out so we can all move forward together. Because once you start to push Black men away, that's when you end up with a lot of nonsense. A lot of nonsense. Mm-hmm.
The problem, sir, that I feel like you're overlooking is our affinity for tearing each other down.
Mm-hmm.
When I say that, I mean we had to go to battle to get statues of Confederate generals, American traitors, removed from public parks. When you do the research, these statues and monuments went up not immediately after the reconciliation. And they went up during the Civil Rights Movement for intimidation.
Right.
We had to fight that. You know why we had to fight for it? Because white folks said, those are our people.
Right.
And we're not going to let you tear them down regardless of what they did. They were overall more good than bad, blah, 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 blah. Bull crap. Then you fast forward.
Your association with losers.
Your affinity for losers is unbecoming, girl. Like, then you fast forward to us, and we're the ones who say, yeah, but Martin was messing around on his old lady. Oh, well, Elijah Muhammad did this, that, and the third. Or Huey P. Newton was the drug addict and this and that. We will help y'all tear down ours. Now, are those conversations that we need to absolutely have? Absolutely. I am from the school of thought where if I purport to be a leader of men, then I need first to be as pristine of a man as I can.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to be inhuman. I expect mistakes from every human.
Right.
But
I don't expect perfection from nobody but Jesus.
Right. But what I don't want to happen is for you. It's my thing with like preachers who bash like gay people.
Right.
I really feel like you fucking dude somewhere in the background if that's all you can talk about all the time.
Right. But here's my thing with just a little quick side note. These preachers and all your church folks.
Hey, before we start, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to break because I know he gonna say that, but remember, the views expressed.
Don't do it.
I ain't gonna run it. I'm just letting you know. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
They saying, and you're saying, like, sweep around your own front door, put the mirror up to yourself, because after so many churches, I see y'all run to these buffets.
Yeah,
y'all just going to stuff your faces over. Yeah, that right there is
gluttony.
It's just so y'all know. Just so y'all know.
Yeah. So anyway, but what I'm saying is that we almost take pride in making it where we're gonna make sure that no other black man is looked upon as better than me.
Right. Because we're going to tear down whomever it is. You always find a way. Because I'm pretty sure they knew Martin was going through some things back in the day. But the message was still.
You got to remember, man, Martin was not old. Martin was younger than us when he died. Right. Martin was 35 when he died. 33, 35, something like that.
Yeah.
When he had been putting in the work of a 50, 60-year-old
of today's time.
At 28, 29. You know what I'm saying?
Like Tupac, man. Tupac was speaking some real. That nigga died at 25. 25. Like, so what we do now is we find ways to tear down everyone.
Right.
Like, I like Umar's message at times.
Okay. Whew. So glad you
at times. Some things Umar, I don't think he believes all of it.
He doesn't.
He can't. But just like I don't believe Rush Limbaugh believes everything he spoke.
Nope.
Either. But you understand to get the views there. And Charleston White has a lot of great ideas about the black community. But
God, I agree with Charleston White on 90% of the stuff he says.
But you get that 10% that's just going on.
So, but here's the thing. So now, in essence, maybe not to the same degree, but you and I are doing the exact same thing. Because Umar Johnson is saying black people first. I'm with you. Umar Johnson is saying this is a corrupt system. I'm with you. How do I get over that hump? Because Umar's not going to come back off of this part.
But that's the part that, with me, the shit that I don't like from him, I just go ahead and disrespect and discredit. But I still take the points that I agree with and I move forward with those. And that's the problem with a lot of black folks. They'll stay on that 10%. But
it's about what that 10% means to you. Because I'm married to a black woman. I'm married to a black woman. And I can ignore his snow bunny coming. I find it hilarious. It's great. You know what I'm saying? But if I was married to a white woman, well, guess what? I can't really ride with you 100% if you're going to turn around and tell me that I'm less than a man because of who I'm.
Not less than a man. You're just less than a black man.
Right, and that's
black man.
But I can't agree
because if you're his logic for it is something that you can understand.
Right.
And that's all we got. That's all you got to be able to do. You don't have to agree. You just got to be able to understand it. You got to understand where he's coming from. Be like, yeah, I don't agree, but Okay, I get it. I get where you're coming from. And then you move fuck on.
But you can't.
You got
The
to.
reason you can't is because white folks have become masters, pun intended, of manipulating you niggas.
And
You
that's the
colored.
thing. And that's the problem right there. Is you niggas is too reliant on what they saying over on the other side.
No. It's not about that. This is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm.
Umar Johnson and I
Mm-hmm.
are on a platform together.
Mm-hmm.
Umar don't say nothing about snow bunnies. I don't say nothing about it's okay to fuck white women.
Mm-hmm.
We up there talking about progressing black folks together,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, what's going to happen is now I end up on CNN,
Mm-hmm.
and whoever from CNN looks me in the face and goes,
"You've associated.
Do you believe that like you're okay with people saying that any black man who dates a white woman da da da?"
Mm-hmm.
I just plainly state I don't agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's going to happen is now Umar goes on Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
Fox News says, Dr. Johnson, Alvin said this over here about you. What do you think about what he said about you?
Right.
Not about this thing. And what we have become accustomed to is defending ourselves, regardless of even if you know what they're trying to do.
Right.
So what he's going to do at that point is go, well, like I've said before, like I say now, any man who believes da is less of a black man. Now I'm personally offended. So now you had a coalition. You had two black men who were standing up front, who were trying to move us forward, and now they've turned on each other. And now everybody who was following that movement, you got to pick either this side or that side. And now a divided black America cannot stand if we've learned nothing from this whole thing. The only way those Montgomery bus boycotts worked was that everybody decided to walk. And the people who had cars said, I'll pick you up. You understand what I'm saying? Side note, did you see the joke where actually Rosa Parks' husband had a car? Yo, it was hilarious to me, bro. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know what that picture was, but it was he's like, wait a minute. Rosa Parks' husband had a car?
Hey, man, he was at work while she was
man. Anyway, but
no,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And here's the thing. It's got to be bigger than the individual.
Right.
And if we can't get past that, then it's never going to work. And that's why we need a direction, a leadership, so we can have those discussions amongst one another already. And that's why we need to keep them folks out of our business.
All right, so let's do it like this. What does Black America need? And what needs to be on a Black agenda? And I'm going to explain to you why I'm saying that two different ways.
Mm-hmm.
What needs to be on a Black agenda is something that needs to be public, where Black, white, Hispanic, everybody needs to be able to see that. This is what we are demanding. If you want me to vote for you in the next election cycle, whether that be nationally, state, special election, whatever, here's our agenda. All Black people are saying this is what we want, this is what we need. Now, the other thing, what does Black America need? That's in-house.
Yeah.
That's a conversation that we need to have with each other, where we need to look at each other and go, hey, look, just like me and you are kind of having that conversation now. Mm-hmm. We need to figure out a way to not be manipulated into going at each other over small things when the greater good is the main focus. So tell me, I guess either one of them, I think we should talk about the agenda. What needs to be on a Black agenda?
What needs to be out for the
world? What does Black America want from America in general?
They need to see us come together and build our. So that's what, like aside from what we need from anybody, we need to see our ability to come together and support one another. So we need our own institutions.
Gotcha.
So we need banks. We need, and we're going to have to get it from the federal government. We just are going to need some seed. So our reparations money that we're looking for, they need to put that into giving us our own banks, our own schools, our own hospital.
Now, you know what? You're going to run into a problem with that. And the reason it'll be a problem is because that cedes to the government how they're going to choose to pay us. reparations.
They're not going to give it to us. So if we do allow them to give us anything, it needs to be not individual. It needs to be something.
Why can't it be? Why does it need to be individual? I am 100% for give me. I need you to go. And when you say it's going to be too tough, then tough. Go make it happen.
It's not about it being tough.
It needs to be.
It's about you niggas taking your money and putting your money back in them.
So what? My choice.
We talking about the black people.
That's what I'm talking about. No. I think no. See, these are different things. This is like, to me, that's like me going to work 5 days a week for a month. You go to work, and then at the end of that month, they say, yeah, but if I give you that money, you're just gonna spend it on new flash. So instead of giving it to you, what I'm gonna do is, you got kids, so I'm gonna put it in this trust over here so your kids have money to go to college. You don't get to tell me what to do with my money I work for. You owe me. I don't care how I spend it. I don't care if I go spend it on the bill. We're talking about the black agenda, not what Black America needs. That's another conversation we can have. But America does not get to tell me how to spend my reparations.
America needs to see that this is.
That's not the black agenda. That's black need.
Oh, that's the black agenda.
No,
bro. We are never going to get anything from America if they don't see us doing something positive with it.
The black agenda. The black agenda is what we are demanding. This is what I'm standing on. Look here. What I'm not going to allow you to do is this. What I'm not going to allow you to do is that. If you're expecting me to do anything for you, America, then you need to fall in line with this, that, and the third. You get what I want to see. The black demands. That's the agenda. Our agenda as a people. Our agenda as a people is here's what we're doing over here for ourselves. Like you said, for ourselves. This is what we will and will not allow you to do to us. Period. Now, I agree with you. I agree with you that if 90% of these niggas get a check reparations in their hand, it's going right back to the white folks.
They're gonna be.
However,
we're gonna bring back the spellers.
However, what you don't get to do, you don't get to owe me money and then tell me how to spend it. I don't care if the drug dealer owe me money and as soon as he give me the money, all I do is give it back to him so I can buy some more drugs. Guess what? My choice. I don't care. That is not your call, homie.
All right, so you want some demands from black folks?
Yes, sir. What are we doing?
All right. So a lot of people are gonna disagree with me because a lot of people think police reform is like number one. I don't
you think police reform? Do you think?
Yeah, I think a lot of people think police reform.
I hear you.
Because
I think it's important. I don't think it's number one.
Nah. The criminality of the black man.
Yes, sir.
And I think it's in the media space is where my number one. You have to give us our own media. Like we need to be able to speak to one another. And what we don't have is the black channels. Because all of the channels that we have, I think what we have now, too. Like Byron Allen, TV One, BET's on Viacom. Yeah. They're not like we need to. They may have also. Yeah,
that's what I was.
Yeah, but we need a space that we can communicate to one another.
Yes, sir.
Our like that. There needs to be something federally done to where we're not seeing ourselves as criminals every day. Only because you look at the news, you look at representation in any media space. For the majority of it, we are the criminal class. We are that class of people. So we need somewhere where we can go and we can feel safe and we can see what's going on and speak to one another. So for me, that to me is definitely a main thing that's a demand that we must have is you give us equal opportunity to speak to ourselves and not 50 people, at least even not 13%. If I'm 13% of the population, I'm 13%. Any of your federal funds that are going out to anything, we need our fair percentage. Again, we don't need a 50-50 split, but if we have 13% of the population, give me my 13%. Of every dollar that the government spends, give me 13%. That's a must because Again, it's not in the media space, but in federal funding for anything.
I hear you. I like that.
Give me my 13%.
I like that.
That's a must.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the TV station that Byron Allen owns? That right there. The answer is not as less important than what just happened. You're a black man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a black man. I don't have the answer either. I'm not trying to put you on the street.
No.
We know that there's one there.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what it is. I can't tell you a single show or anything.
I'm gonna tell you why though.
Why?
It sucks.
Why does it suck?
Because he cannot pay for quality television because he can't get the advertising for it. Because those that are in power, let's look at those companies. And I can't call them out. Dang it.
Yeah.
But I remember there was an issue that he had where he was suing and taking people into court and litigating because they were not doing certain things. Like you are putting, like you do the Afro Network and Aspire and all these. Yeah. Look where you have to go to find them.
Right.
Most folks, you're going to scroll between 10 to 12 channels.
Yep.
You know where you're going for certain things, but even Oprah's network, Oprah doesn't even have an HD channel for her network.
Really?
OWN did not have an HD channel.
Did not know that.
So like Byron and his program, like Byron ended up buying the other channels, so he's getting his money.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that the advertising and that sort of thing for the quality of content that he's trying to put out, he can't afford to put out better content because nobody is advertising on channel 1070.
So now I'm going to give you that. And I think this is a good back and forth. While you're giving me the agenda, this is what I say from what Black American needs. You're making a perfect point. We've got a man who is a long-standing, successful entertainment mogul in Byron Allen. Byron ain't never tried to be all in front of the camera all the time doing that. He had that show, right? He had that show. I remember, but I mean, Byron Allen's been working hard in the background for years and years and years.
Yes,
he's not more successful, not more visual in his network endeavors because he can't lure the advertisers in, and that's a shame. Here's the problem. What we need to do as Black folks, if we got behind some of these brands and they knew that we were over here watching Allen,
seek them out.
If we seek them out and we got behind these brands, they go, then they in turn have advertising dollars, and where are they going to advertise? They're going to advertise where we are. So they're going to come over here. So we have the power to make Byron Allen the pinnacle, but instead,
right. But here's the thing,
because before you go, I don't think there's any network in the world that has 13% of any demographic. Not a total 13. That's a lot to have 13% of all of anything.
Yeah.
So if we could put our eyeballs behind somebody like a Byron Allen, I think it would work.
But first, we have to be willing to watch some bullshit. And
but you're not willing to watch. I already know that.
That's the problem.
What's the bullshit we have to watch?
On Byron Allen channels?
On any channel. Like, what do you mean?
Like Byron Allen channels, I think is like a lot of cooking stuff and like it's a lot of bullshit. So all of our eyes have to go there so that the advertiser will go there so that he can purchase better shows. Like when shows go into syndication, they are being bought.
Right.
And if I can't afford to buy a good show, then I'm going to be stuck with this bullshit because my advertising dollars are what's going to enable me.
He doesn't have the dollars.
I don't have the dollars. I can't create good shows. I can't buy good shows that go into syndication. I can't, like the Everybody Hates Chris, all the new shows that y'all like. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I did not mean to say that. All of the shows that you guys like, all the shows with black leads that you guys like, that end up on BET, Viacom actually pays for those. But okay, I got a question. Why BET show Baby Boy every week? What was going on with this?
Anyway, It's pretty good. I like it.
Somebody asked me about that the other day, and I was like,
Here's the thing, though. Imagine if 50 Cent, instead of going to Stars, which was also a dying network, had taken that. No. Stars have been around. Stars was on the way out, nigga.
Stars was Upstart.
No. Stars
just like what's the name of that dang show that had the Godfather of Harlem? Brand new coming out. Because I remember when Stars initially started. Stars started with it was a show. It was a couple of garbage things on there, but yeah, Stars was fairly, and he built that station.
You think Stars was new?
Stars was fairly new.
What do you call fairly new? Because I know Stars had been around at least 10 years.
No.
But you don't think so?
Before Power? No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Let me see.
No,
but anyway, you go ahead. Yes. Stars was 94. I knew Stars had been around for a minute.
When they come to cable.
No. They were that. Stars was, there was, you remember you only had HBO, Showtime, Cinemax.
Yeah.
For the longest time. Stars came along and there was another network, and I can't remember what it was. It was another, and it was kind of like that.
I just remember Skinemax.
Skinemax was it's not that no. Anyway, so it was
a Max now.
And so this says it was created as a joint venture between Liberty Media and Telecommunications to compete with HBO and Showtime. The first two, the first two movies to air on Stars were "Scent of a Woman" and "The Crying Game." So it was really "Scent of a Woman" was all right. It was
Pacino. Yeah, I know who's in it, but yeah.
So but that's what I mean. But he came over there, and they were not being successful over there. You know what I'm saying?
Not successful at all.
20 years later, 20 years later they dropped. And it's like he revamped that. Right. He revamped that.
But I was poor and I didn't have cable until I was an adult.
You're not lying. We had the channels was all
right. I watched a lot of movies with squiggles. I remember I recorded I recorded Bernie back on
Def Comedy. I'm sorry. I thought we were going to
and that's normally my lane. Get out of
Let me get back over here. No, listen. What I'm saying is that Stars didn't have much more than what Byron Allen at the time as what Byron Allen would have at the same time.
Right, but there's a difference between advertising dollars with those specialty channels.
You're right. What I'm saying is that regardless of how it plays out, popularity draws advertisers.
It does.
So Stars, which was not a popular network,
had Power been able to be purchased by
Byron Allen. All right, but whatever his network name is, we will figure this out one day.
I'm looking right now.
But whatever it is, if we were able to get that and be able to put him there, and we were the ones who actually had the eyeballs and we got behind Power like we do now, imagine how much bigger or how much more could have been done from a Byron Allen and his network than was with Stars. If we actually start coming together, if we actually start putting our money where our mouth is, it's real easy for us to sit here and talk about, oh, well, you know what? We all need to come together and get behind one thing and get in one direction. Until we start doing it, it don't make a difference.
At all.
At all.
There's a lot of bullshit channels on here. This TV, Entertainment Studios Network, like
the Weather Channel.
The Weather Channel is the one. He said someone told him, hey, you're selling, buy it, gonna make you some money. And that's funding everything else.
Right.
That guy is next.
But it's smart though. That's a genius move.
Right. But he married to a white lady. He got some white babies, and that's black money going out of it.
Is it going?
It's going out of the black economy.
To who?
To his white children.
His black children.
I guarantee you. And 2-3 generations.
So you think that's a problem? Umar?
Yeah.
It's a problem for him to marry a white woman?
Yeah. If we talking blacks,
I'm out. We'll go down that road another day.
We talking.
That's gonna be a good conversation. We'll go down that road another day.
Oh boy, yeah.
But anyway. So let me ask you this. Back in the day, I don't know if you got a chance to look at it. I think I mentioned this to you before. Tavis Smiley used to have these summits, and it was what is it called? Black America. It was a Covenant with Black America.
Covenant with Black. Yeah, you mentioned that to me before. I'm gonna look that up right now.
And he had it came with a book and all that stuff. During these conversations, what struck me about it the most that I loved was the fact that at the same table you had Jesse Jackson, you had Louis Farrakhan, you had at the time you had the comedian I was talking about, Dick Gregory. You had Michael Eric Dyson. Who else?
Wild Harriman.
What's his name?
Wild Harriman.
Oh, I can't remember the name. I'm so sorry. That's one of my favorite black intellectuals. But either way, they had all these people on this panel, and you knew for a fact that they had differences of opinion when it came to certain subjects. At the table, some of those people were big supporters of Barack Obama. Some were very big critics of Barack Obama. But all together, one of the sayings they would always say would be like, in love. Cornel West is what I'm thinking about. They would say in love. But they would critique. And I don't think I ever heard a disrespectful word. I heard some very passionate examples of why I think this person is wrong. But it was never, we're going to throw him away. Farrakhan said, was talking about the presidency and how he felt that Barack Obama was just placed in a seat of power that was controlled by a white power structure. Meanwhile, Michael Eric Dyson is defending Barack Obama vigorously. Because he's like, no, he's done so much, whatever. But at the end of it all, I didn't come away from that conversation thinking that Michael Eric Dyson hates Farrakhan or Farrakhan hates Michael Eric Dyson. That to me is what I think we all should be trying to get towards. We should be able to disagree on a subject matter or on a way to get there. But there is no way we should be disagreeing on the destination. We should all be feeling like, you know what? The destination is, and this is, correct me if I'm wrong, nobody is better than us.
That's gotta be the end result of it all. Is we are the standard.
Yes.
And what's going to need to happen is we got to learn to excommunicate ourselves, because what we like to do is we like to coddle our babies that are doing wrong and say they need to leave them alone. They shouldn't be bothering. Like, there's got to be a point in us where we say, nah, them niggas fucking up. Get rid of them. And I don't mean kill them. I don't mean lock them all up. I just mean they can't control our neighborhoods anymore.
You remember in church when the dude, Deacon so-and-so got sister so-and-so pregnant, he had to go sit down.
Got to go sit down.
Did they throw him away? No. He was welcome to be at the church house.
But you
wouldn't get ready to get up and leave nothing else over here. Because we put this trust in you. You fail. We're not throwing you away. You just don't get this position anymore.
But the thing that the outsiders have over us is they always get to point to our work. And what we need to do as a whole is clean up our worst parts in-house. We need to take that in-house. So when they point at Chicago and they were like, why is nobody marching in Chicago? You march when a cop gets killed. What we need to start doing is highlighting, oh, we marched in Chicago. We march in Chicago often. Or you don't cover that. You only cover when we're doing X, Y, Z. So what we need to do is either we highlight it or we clean it up to a point in-house to where you don't get to the point at our worst any longer.
Can I say this? And instead of saying, well, we do this, we do that, how about our general response is, fuck you, I'll handle it the way you want to handle it. You understand what I'm saying? And like, this is the reason I say it like that is because it's like what happens is they get us off topic. Here's what the topic is. We're saying police brutality and y'all police are killing all these black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their response is, well, you'll talk about that, but you can talk about Chicago.
Right.
Why don't you do anything over here in Chicago? Screw you. If I am, so what? Back to over here. What I'm talking about today is the police with the badges and the protect and serve on the side of their car that are killing people. That doesn't seem like protecting and or serving. But y'all let this go. I didn't ask you about over there. I'm talking about right here. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And that's
what I always bring to them is, why is that our problem? But all the rest of this shit is we're all American. Ain't Chicago a part of America?
Right.
So if you've got a problem with anything, you should have a problem with everything.
Right.
So you shouldn't be if you're gonna say stay out of this, or you shouldn't have this, well, you need to stay out of Chicago also. But if you guys need to do better in Chicago, well, America, in Chicago, a part of America, in Baltimore, a part of America.
Yes, sir.
And if we're all Americans, shouldn't you be as concerned with that as I am? But you only put that on me. So either you shut the fuck up, or you come help. And their only way of helping is not sending funds, not sending like assistance, is sending military personnel or police. And if I can't do that with you and your kid over there abusing those opioids, don't come over here trying to do it to us. So if we're all Americans, let's be American.
What's funny about that is that I have an argument with a person a week on this very topic about how to help. Here's how you help somebody. Ask them what they need.
Right.
And then do that.
Right.
Or shut up.
Right.
So if I'm on the side of the road and I got a flat tire, you don't know what my entire situation is. You just drove by. You pull over and go, hey, need some help? And I go, yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping.
But they stop you halfway there and they tell you what you need.
And then I'm just like, but I needed to. But so before you're right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly how white folks do us.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you guys didn't. You know what you need to do? You need to stop focusing over here. You need to focus on the people that look like you, or in Chicago, or Detroit, or wherever any other.
I think it's like, but it's always.
I just told you what I needed, nigga.
But my whole thing, whenever they try to single out these areas, you're like, you're worried about the cops doing this, but what about those guys over there? Well, hey, American, you should help me stop that.
Yep.
And that.
Yes, sir.
And that. And that's when they always like, and they never have a comeback for, you always tell me we're all Americans. Hey, I don't see race. Well, if you don't see race, stop pointing out the black.
Right.
The black prop, stop pointing that shit out. And they never have a comeback for that. So the next time that you're having a discussion with someone and they bring up DC, Chicago, Memphis, freaking any of these black areas, you say, isn't that America? Aren't you concerned about America? They gonna shut the fuck up and walk the hell away because they don't see us as Americans. And that's when they always say, I don't see race. That's racist. Because please see me as the person that I am.
Right.
Please see me as, don't treat me any differently because of it, but please see me as a black man, because there are certain things for me as a black man that is different.
Yes, sir.
So see me as that. Don't treat me any differently. And when it comes to our neighborhoods, it's America. Hey, if they want to be all American, all of us are Americans, hey, let's go ahead and be Americans. And you can't point out the worst of me. I'll point out your trailer park too.
Hold on.
I'll point out your meth lab too.
Listen.
Y'all got me.
Listen. So let me ask you, and and this is going to lead into our game for the evening. And if you don't mind, I think we both need to be in on this game.
Let's rock it.
And because what I'm hearing from you is if we're all going to be in this together, either they're going to be accepting of all of us or be shunned by all of us. And I think that's our game for tonight. Our game for this evening has to be, at some point, Black America. We're all in this together. And whether I like everything about you or you like everything about me, we need to realize that we are all in this together. So whatever it is, we can figure out what it is. But we all need to be on one page and say, you know what? I'm not going to let anything negative happen to my brother. I'm not going to let anything negative happen to my sister.
No matter what.
No matter what. I don't have to agree with you 100%. I don't have to agree with everything that you believe. You don't have to agree with everything I believe. But what I do believe and what we do believe in common is that we are one. We are together. All of them. And until we start moving like a unit, all together for one common goal, which is the progression and the advancement of us as a people, we're going to keep having the same discussion, keep having the same fight.
We are each other's spouses. So,
Yes.
Black man, Black woman, I got you, you got me. I got your back, guys.
Right. Absolutely.
If I got to correct you, I'm going to correct you at the hospital. I'm not going to do it out here in front of other folks. So, what we've said before, and I'm going to say it again, there's certain conversations we don't need to have out of the public. Certain things we need to correct in-house.
Yep.
But us putting ourselves out there and tearing each other down outside, we ain't got to do it. Let's keep them out there. Now, when it comes to Diddy, though, we can air Diddy out all up and down the streets.
If you have decided that you're going to go,
because when they're not for us, yeah, when they're not for us, when they are doing detriment to us, let's go ahead and throw them to them. Let's leave them to them. But if it's a little something that you just don't agree with, hey, let's go ahead and figure that out.
Let's keep it right. You're not going to go past anybody. Whether no matter what you look like, if you're going to be a detriment to my people, we don't need you around.
Everybody.
And that's regardless of where you come from or what you look like.
Everybody.
That's that. But you know what? That's the game.
That's the game. Take it or leave it.
So, yo, man.
Come on.
We're going to go over these picks next time.
Next week.
We're going to talk a little bit. We're going to hit the comment section.
We're going to get the comment section, and we got the Fangs and Mouth.
Oh, no.
We got 2 weeks.
We got 2 weeks. Fang Exchange
next week.
So we got somebody who's going to come through and talk to us a little bit about it.
Talk about these rattlers a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Talk us a little bit about how that.
And we're going to hone our interviewing skills a little bit here. We got some conversation to have. But it's going to be because we have not been canceled yet.
Not yet.
We'll do this again next week.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Love you, boy.
All right. Okay.
Love y'all, too. Y'all be easy.
Peace.